So we went up.
Okay. So you're walking in the tunnel, and you come to a ladder.
So he goes up the ladder and he sticks his head out and tells me what's up there before I risk going up.
Okay. So you go up the ladder, so it leads to a trap door.
It's a trap. Wait a minute, it's just a trap door. Okay,
Yeah,
so, and it opens.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Inferno can feel free to open that trap door. I'll put you in front. I'll stand back here. He opens up the trap door and sticks his head up again.
Oh, okay. So it's a large room, about 60 feet by 70 feet, with a vaulted 25-foot ceiling.
Does he see anything, any cause for alarm?
Well,
Uh-oh.
it's filled with strange objects and fabulous creatures stuffed and hanging from the ceiling or mounted on the wall.
But he sees no obvious danger.
No.
Alright, then yeah, let's go on up. What kind of weird objects are we talking about?
Well, give me a D12.
One.
11.
Well, one of the things that you see is the stuffed form of a 6-foot-long crocodile hanging from the ceiling, and its glass eye appears to follow the adventurer, you guys.
Okay, that's one of the items that we see.
You also see a thin cloak that hangs over a high back chair.
So, do you want to like reach out and take the cloak?
Okay, are you just holding it?
I'm like holding it.
And looking at it. So you notice as you kind of put it over your arm, like that part of your arm disappears.
Try putting it on and see what happens. Where did you go? Inferno! You were right here a moment ago. What's going on here?
Don't worry. I'm here.
Okay, now this is just freaky. I hear you, but I don't see you. Oh, there you are! Right?
Yeah.
So it's got that effect?
Uh-huh.
Cloak of invisibility.
Cloak of invisibility.
It's like, in Final Fantasy where, like certain magic doesn't work against certain creatures. That's how this cloak works too.
So some creatures can still see him.
It's a roll. Yeah, you roll a 1d7.
Okay.
There's tables in this room with bubbling liquids in glass beakers and jars. And there's bookshelves containing many scrolls and thick books. So it's probably a laboratory of some sort.
Okay. So, how do we explore this room? Do we keep rolling those d12s and find things? Okay, so it's your turn, Inferno. What catches your eye?
A 12.
Well, it's a bone flute.
So it's a flute made out of a bone. Now, a flute is an instrument for this. So it's going to be like a leg bone or whatever. It's got holes drilled in it. That's interesting. A bone flute. Do you want to try to play the bone flute? Alright, so you put it up to your lips. No, that's more like a recorder. Flute is to the side. Okay, does it make a sweet, beautiful music?
Yes, it's playing music.
Does he know how to play the bone flute?
No.
It's just making music like he does know how to play the
Yes.
bone flute? Wow, so it's like an enchanted bone flute. Okay, so...
It's still playing.
Oh, even when he stops blowing into it?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
As the flute keeps playing, it's like the melody is telling you how to make the flute stop playing. And it's telling you that only a blood sacrifice will do.
Okay, so the music speaks to him and inspires him about how to make it stop playing. Does it give us any hint about the method? I mean, is there like an altar? Does the blood have to be spilled on the flute? How exactly do we make the blood sacrifice? I mean, if I ride my skateboard and scrape my knee and it bleeds, does that count as a blood sacrifice?
You gotta drip it on there.
You gotta drip it onto the bone flute.
As you guys were looking around the room,
Uh-huh.
the trapdoor that you, from whence you came, disappeared. Right now, there is no way out of this room. You're stuck in this room.
All right, and it's getting harder to think with this flute playing on it. So, all right, in my thieving tools, there are surely some small, sharp objects. And with these small, sharp objects, I could, make like a little cut in my arm just to get a couple of drops of blood, and I will walk over and like squeeze and drip a couple of drops of blood on the bone flute.
Okay, and it stops.
So now that that's done, I'm kind of, well, I'm glad that's over, and I look down and I see 5.
I was hoping one of you would get this one. It's a complete collection of of the Metallica vinyl albums in worn cardboard jackets, including albums which do not exist in our world, such as Metallica Live, At the Courts of Chaos, and Shadows of Nyarlathotep. But there's no obvious means of playing the recordings.
So this is interesting. This seems to be some like rift where things from other worlds are falling into this world. What's the time? Because, I mean, dragons and elves and fairies, there are no records, there are no record players, there is no Metallica, certainly not albums where they have played in fantasy realms. So this is a head scratcher weird event right here. Where are we? And what magic will we have to use to escape? Interesting. Okay, so, yeah, why don't you, while I'm investigating the Metallica albums, these flat paper things that say Metallica on them, you could look around and why don't you,
Well, you pick up a spindle-shaped lavender stone.
Okay, how big is it?
It's big enough to fit in your hand.
Okay. Closer or anything? Jump at any time.
I'll look closer.
Well, as you're holding it, another one comes out and starts going around your head.
Another one came out of it?
Yeah, like it.
So he's got one in his hand and one spinning around his head.
Yeah.
Great. You're cutting yourself this time.
And the longer you hold it, the one that's spinning around your head splits into another one. So they're both spinning around your head.
Okay, new policy. Let's not touch anything else in this room. Oh boy. I don't suppose it's playing a song that he understands.
No.
Yeah. So what do we do now? Does it keep multiplying?
Yes. And the longer you stand there, the more they keep popping up. So the longer you wait.
So, okay.
I'll try to. I'll walk around for a minute.
They're following you. So you've got these things going around your head like this. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're just desperate here. I'm going to come up and try catching these things as they spin around his head.
Okay. I would assume that that would require, well, yeah. So roll me a d20.
15.
You caught it.
I caught one.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm going to try setting it on the table next to the other one.
Okay, it doesn't get back.
It doesn't take flight again. No. It just sits there.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to reach out and grab another one. 19.
Okay, yeah. So
One by one.
one by one, you grab them all. Because he can't see because there's so many of them flying around his head.
Sorry, Doctor. So, how many are there? Is there maybe only 4 left?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I continue. I'm going to want to sit down when I'm done doing this. Until there are 0 left spinning around his head.
All right.
And now there's a whole bunch of those stones. And I say, don't touch anything else in here. Okay, so it's time for us to start thinking.
Okay, well, as you're breathing a sigh of relief, you know, that you got all these stones out from floating in the air. And
I'm sitting down, trying to
you're
keep the
sitting
wall,
down
the room from spinning.
and with the flute going off and the things flying around Inferno's head, a ghostly character appears before you. It's a tall, stooped-shouldered man, wearing half-moon spectacles and yellow-white robes. Appears before you. I don't know. That probably doesn't make any sense, but anyway. And he says, "Good day."
Not so far.
And welcome. Good day and welcome to my humble laboratory. I am Dr. Chapman, court wizard of Sefton Castle, deceased. I should warn you, I do not look upon thieves and liars kindly. But you will otherwise find me amicably disposed. Who are you?
I'm Jack. I am a gentleman of fortune. He says he doesn't smile on thieves and liars. So I'm a gentleman of fortune who makes my living by being a woodcutter. But I'm lawful alignment.
I am Inferno.
Inferno the Friendly. Go.
I am the cleric who can heal.
How nice for you. And what are you doing in my castle? In my laboratory?
We have to get Prince Charming's princess.
I know of this Prince Charming. He will seek to slay you once you have accomplished your task. But fear not. This lordling does not understand the full measure of the curse upon our beauty to his undoing. When you return, obey what orders you are given, and no harm shall befall you. I know the story of this sleeping beauty, how a wicked fairy cursed Beauty to die upon her 16th birthday, having pricked her finger on a spindle. I think I said needle in the first one. And how a kinder fairy ordained that she would not die exactly, but would sleep for 100 years until awakened by a prince. When Beauty is awakened, so too will all who sleep within the castle be awakened.
Oh my.
I bid you farewell and blessings of the gods, but I warn you again that I do not tolerate thieves and liars. But before you go, I will give each of you a gift. To you, Jack, I give a bronze buckler embossed with an upraised hand, which can negate one critical hit against you each day.
And to the gallant Inferno.
To the gallant Inferno, I give you an orange-sized golden orb that will answer 3 yes or no questions each day.
Ooh.
And as you've been talking to him, he's been kind of, his ghostly form has been just deteriorating, and then,
It's cooperating.
yeah, and then he's gone, and you see a trapdoor.
Okay, so this wasn't so tough after all. Okay, so sounds like we can leave anytime we please. And it seems like we can't take anything from this room. So looking at some other things might very well be interesting. But it will benefit us not one whit to hang around any further. At least with the statue of Justicia that we prayed to, we at least got a bonus, but we don't have reason to believe anything like that is going to happen in this room. It's definitely a cool room, probably the coolest room that Mom's ever given us. So, seems to me that we ought to just go back down the trap door.
Okay.
Exit the wizard's laboratory. That one was better than my wizard's hovel, probably. Except I had read that one myself. Okay. So we will take our swag and go back down through the trap door.
Well, this trapdoor came out in a different part of the castle.
Okay.
You come out standing in front of ruined double doors that are sagging on their hinges.